Hey folks, how y'all doing tonight? Welcome to another episode of the Psychic Roundtable, brought to you by Des Moines New Age Shopping Community Center, as well as the Psychic Roundtable podcast on Spotify. All right, folks, so tonight, by the way, I'm your host, Alicia, just like it says in the thingamabobby. God, I got a mirror for the camera. Anyways, so tonight we're going to be talking about back to school spirituality, and what that more entails is basically giving your kids protection from different negative entities that are going to be brought from other kids, teachers, stuff like that. It's going to be about giving them the ability to conflict resolve through spiritual means. It's going to be giving them an idea of how to get an edge on learning, things like that. But we're going to focus a lot on protection. You guys know I'm big on that, and I always do. Now, joining us tonight should be, I'm not completely sure, but should be Nico O'Neill, practicing folk witch, always a favorite. Thor Kasumi, our tarot reader and psychic vampire. Chrissy Dunham, High Priestess. It looks like it's also going to be Symone from WillowTree readings, as well as Destiny from Sunshine Oracle. But with the tech gremlins and everything like that, we're in the last shadow of Mercury retrograde. So it might be a little bit more interesting. I'm going to go check on everybody and see where they are and see how everything's going. All right, so everybody's gotten the links so far. Now we're just waiting to see who's able to jump on. Okay. And I will also say tonight might be a little bit short, simply because we do have a storm rolling in. I can hear it. So here we go. Here's Nico.
Hello.
Hey, Nico.
How's it going?
Have you on? Not too bad. I was just letting everybody know there is a storm rolling through up here, so it might get cut short.
Mm-hmm. It's been rolling through here.
Okay.
So yeah, it was headed your way.
Okay, well, hey, I did want to mention this is Mercury retrograde's resolution shadow zone.
Shadow face, yep.
Yeah, so we're gonna want to get everything out right off the jump. Right off the jump. Okay. It would be more back to school protection tips, conflict resolution, stuff to help them ace tests, as well as more protection, maybe a couple glamours, interesting stuff like that. All right, here we go. And hey, Gypsy.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. How you doing?
Okay. Let me just turn this mic up.
Okay. I was just letting Nico know I hear a storm rolling through, so this may be short, so we want to get everything out, up, and on its way. In case I lose power.
Okay.
Is Thunder joining you tonight?
No, he found a new show about vampires on YouTube.
Which one?
He's like obsessed.
Okay.
Is like heirs of the night.
Okay. Cool. I don't know how many other people will be joining us. So yeah. I know Thor's gonna be rolling in later. But yeah. We're basically tonight we're gonna be focusing on protection tips for back to school, conflict resolution in a peaceful manner using spirituality, glamours, learning aids, mostly protection. I'm going to go see where everybody else is at. You guys introduce yourselves, talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
I'm going to mute my mic because my keyboard is super loud.
Okay.
Not too loud for you?
Do you want to go first, Gypsy, or do you want me to?
Am I too loud for you?
No, you're not. You're fine. Hang on. Got somebody talking in my ear. Okay, sorry about that. He was like, my name was mentioned. What's going on? So, okay. So it doesn't matter who starts or what.
Doesn't matter.
I kind of came in late because I was
Gypsy,
taking
go
a
ahead.
power nap.
I completely understand. It's been migraines for me for the last 2 weeks. So,
Yeah.
yeah. My kiddo and I were just upstairs sharing the heating pad, and I had ice on my back and my head.
Oh.
So, yeah. He's a very happy little camper right now. So, Gypsy, how many kids do you have?
4 kids and 11 grandkids and 2 step grandkids. So we have we have 13 the 17 kids if you call kids and grandkids. So yeah.
Okay, so you have a brood. So
I do.
and you being you, I know you did stuff to send them in with protection.
Hmm.
To daycares, to back to school, to everything.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you would advise. I mean, for the non-religional, I always advise, for back to school, I always do obsidian, black tourmaline, white selenite, and some citrine, but I would throw in some prenite simply because we got to open that heart up and just, help stuff just wash past them instead of them taking it in.
Usually when we on the first day, we always send them back to protection rooms and stuff inside their coats, their shoes. Even I go as far as anointing their foreheads every morning sometimes.
With what?
What I just do, I have made up a protection oil that I have, and that we made up and we bless and everything.
Okay.
You probably can make it for anybody's out there. You can probably make up as many protection oil that you can get.
What would you tell them to put in it?
What?
What would you tell them to put in it?
What were I going to put in it? Oh my. Um, for mine, I would probably. I gotta remember what I put in it. I make a big batch every year, so one is rosemary. Okay. Also put back clary sage too, because clary sage is good for opening up the third eye and everything. Lavender, I put in. I put in a little bit of jasmine for the goddess because, she's their children too. So I do put in some dragon's blood and sandalwood too, and some cedar.
Dragon's blood, cedar, and what?
Sandalwood.
Sandalwood. Okay.
Dragon's blood. Yeah.
Okay.
I just put in a mixture of. This is a recipe from I've done ever since my kids was small. That we just kind of made up and everything.
Christina. Hi, Alicia, Gypsy, and Nico. Hi, baby. Zane's Tarot. Hello, all.
How's it go?
Judy Zeitz. Hello, everyone. Wow, everybody's hopping over to YouTube. Normally, they're Facebook. This is awesome. YouTube's a little less sketchy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mine would be. I use clary sage or white sage, and then rosemary for enhancing the memory, focus, and protection. And then I use Life Everlasting, and then a little bit of Four Thieves vinegar, which is garlic, orange peel, cloves, sage, and lavender, and vinegar.
Before I get to the Life Everlasting, hi, Destiny. I'm so glad
Hi!
you're on. It's been a while. How have you been?
It has been. I've been good, busy.
Awesome. Okay. We're going through the routine of figuring out protection oils for the kids for back to school, stuff like that. So before I have you introduce yourself, Nico, Life Everlasting, what?
Yeah, Life Everlasting is a herb that protects against ill health. and
What-
helps.
What is its other name?
Ooh, good question.
Way we can find it. Because I've never heard of life everlasting.
It is known also as sweet everlasting or light molasses. Scientific name is Ganophyllum obstifolium.
Light molasses. Okay.
And it's also known as orphan John or stonecrop.
Stonecrop. Now that sounds familiar.
But it's like anti-witchcraft, protection for health. It's good for traveling, so if they're walking to and from school.
Can you put that in the comments, Nico?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Destiny, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Destiny. I'm with Sunshine Oracle. I do Oracle readings, and I'm still learning palm readings. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, I brought you on, Destiny, because I know you do stuff before you go to college and things like that. And I was hoping you could share a little bit about some of the things that you do to keep yourself safe.
Yeah, I actually made a crystal jar for myself to help keep me motivated and I'm going online now. I'm not in person anymore. I transferred out of Iowa State to a
Wow.
online college. Yeah.
Congratulations. Why?
Thanks.
I'm
I
just
feel like
curious as to why.
no, yeah, online just seems easier for me. And I can still work, the hours. Well, with my work too, we don't have second shift anymore, and so I'd be going down really, really part time, and I can't afford that, and so online's better, and it just is easier for me. I took a couple online courses at Iowa State, and I just like them a lot more anyway, and so I just feel like it's gonna be easier. So yeah. But I have a crystal jar with different herbs and crystals in it. I don't remember what's all in there right now. I have a notebook that says what's in them. But that's what I carry around with me, and that's what I carried around with me when I went to Iowa State. So yeah.
Awesome. Now, Destiny, I know it's been a while since you've been on, so this is Nico O'Neill, practicing folk witch. Gypsy, she's a high priestess. Guys, Destiny, she is one of our readers, and she's absolutely amazing. 100% positivity. If you guys want, did you already go around and introduce yourselves to the crew today?
We have not.
Okay, hold on. Well, go ahead. You guys are going to say what you do better than I can.
Ladies first, whichever one of you want to go.
Rock, paper, scissors.
It's me. No. My name's Gypsy. My name is Chrissy. I've been in the public Pagan eye for over 30 years. Over 30 years for Coven the Blessed Lady. We have three sister covens. And Nico is my cousin. So we do have a family Facebook group called Within the Cauldron. That we do discussions about twice a month too. Every other Sunday. And that's about it. I'm kind of retired from the pagan community. I don't do pagan pride or any other events anymore because I'm pretty sure I have done my time. Over 30 years of being the public, somebody else can do it.
No such thing, Gypsy.
Yeah.
Christina, that's really cool. And Christina, nice. Okay. Okay.
Destiny, do you want to go, or would you like me to go first?
I
She already
introduced
did.
myself and did. Yeah,
Oh,
so you're good.
I'm Nico. I am a folk practitioner. I was raised in the Ozark folk tradition. I've been practicing since I was about 10. I'm 32. I have been actively practicing Norse paganism and witchcraft since I was 14. I run a coven here out of Omaha. And I'm also on TikTok under Crystal Heathen. And of course, our Facebook page, which is the Within the Cauldron. and keep an eye out for new things, I guess. Possibly working on launching some stuff. I'm trying to get some oils and things made.
Sweet. Awesome. Okay. I say that's pretty cool. All right. Destiny, are you in Ames currently?
Yeah.
All right. We got a storm rolling through down here. So I'm
I've
going
seen
to
us
have,
already.
okay. I'm going to have them get everything out and then we can veer wildly off topic like normal. But I want some of the information out right up front that way in case I lose power. So protection oil, herbs, what else?
I also send my kids or even grandkids with behavior because sometimes kids don't like to behave. School. So, yeah. And usually I make up, it's usually made up with lavender, frankincense, rosemary, and peppermint. Just to improve them to behave better in school. And I put it in just a little bottle for them to just roll onto their forehead or wrist or something. And they know how to use it. So I sent it with them. I sent my oldest grandkids along with some lavender. They can put it on their temples or their upper lip for like headaches. So those are other two things that I do send my kids with and grandkids with. I should say my grandkids because my kids now are in their 30s. So.
Christina, that's cool that Nico and Gypsy are related and have the same beliefs, right? That is neat. Now, my question to you, Gypsy, is Gypsy or Nico or Destiny. What about maybe like, I guess, conflict resolution, something kind of to keep the kids around your kid or grandkid kind of chilled out?
So you can do verbal charms. You can make a spell pouch with, where did I put it here? I came prepared.
Awesome.
Focus. Look.
Zane's Tarot, what are some things that can be done to make a spell more powerful?
You can add Dragon's Blood increases the power of a spell. There's a powder you can make called Witch's Gunpowder. You can look up a recipe for that. I could not tell you what it is off of the top of my head, but that will increase a spell's effect and increase its time that it or decrease its time that it takes to manifest. You can add coffee or cinnamon to a spell to increase how quickly it shows up.
Okay.
And then, like always, use a bigger candle. The longer you do a work, the stronger it's going to be. So instead of using a chime candle, move to a 3-day or a 3-day or a 7-day tower candle, or follow astrological correspondences that align with the spell you're doing.
Really,
So
Nico? Is it always about size?
When it comes to candles and oomph, yes.
Dusty's talking there just sheets. That's all he shouts. No. Okay, hold on. Christina, I would be the oddball in my family because everyone is Catholic and I'm probably the only one studying witchcraft and paganism.
You might be surprised.
But you're probably the fun one.
Some of the stuff that Nico and I have already mentioned has Catholic roots too as well. You know, I mean,
I was gonna say.
my husband used to be Catholic a long time ago. Nico was raised Catholic too as well.
I was raised Irish Catholic.
A lot of this is, it doesn't matter if you're Catholic or what, you can still use this because, you know, a little secret about it, behind every belief is paganism. So
I'm gonna put this in the chat, but
whoa, okay.
Oh Lord, what did that? Never mind, it did not like that. So
okay.
Got it.
My anti-bullying charm is a red or green pouch with time for courage, a tiger's eye for confidence protection, a small crystal or a small mirror to reflect negativity, and then you put these into a pouch and then picture your child like standing up against opposition and like being unaffected by it. And then I have a chant there that's may you be strong, may you stand tall, and may all negativity why did it cut off? May all negativity bounce away from you, and then toss it in their backpack.
Okay. That's wonderful. Okay, so the next question becomes, now I know this is probably not really protection magic, and we're going to cover daycares and stuff in a minute here, but what about a glamour to make things kind of go their way? Kind of give them a little less friction as they're going in.
From other kids?
Yep. And also if they have a teacher or anything like that that is giving them a hard time.
Might be controversial, but put them in a sugar jar.
The kid?
No, the other person.
Okay, I was going to say, interesting. Okay.
I mean, if your kid's being the problem, yeah, put them in a sugar jar. If they're a little booty, put them in the sugar jar and sweeten them up.
Okay.
You can also do this with, my grandma used to do, if she had a problem with somebody, she would bake them sweets to sweeten their attitude towards her. So, cookies, brownies, send the kids to school with a treat for the teacher or their bully. Sometimes that works.
Just a quick thing, not special brownies, people.
No. I mean...
and not X-Lax ones either. I don't think that's going to go well.
No, you can...
Nico, you thought about that for a minute, didn't you? You were like, oh.
I have ones that might be worse than that. That are just witchy ones, like go away brownies.
Oh my god.
They have chili powder and some other stuff in them to like send people off.
Actually, that sounds kind of good.
They are really delicious. I make chili powder chocolate chip cookies too.
I've had ones recently with cinnamon in them, and they're really amazing.
Oh yeah. I was a culinary kid though, so like I get weird in the kitchen sometimes.
Okay, nice. Okay, so kind of grease the way. All right, and I actually really like. Of course, I'm a Taurus, so of course I love the idea of just baking stuff and sending sweets to school. Okay, so now pretty much everything's covered. Now learning aids. Things to help the kids actually learn, process, stay focused, stay on task, and get everything that they can out of that schooling.
I'm going to start with, if they're old enough to read, start teaching them meditations. And I mean, I understand little kids are not going to sit there for 30 minutes and meditate, but teach them mindfulness, have them meditate for, 5 minutes.
Nico, I can't even meditate, all right? I have to do moving meditation. Good God.
There's all kinds of ways for them to meditate, but yeah, teach them mindfulness, teach them to be, regulate their emotions, which goes miles. But also, you can do really easy little things, like teach them how to put up a shield. And, I would expect that if you have witchy parents, that you should probably start teaching your little ones little things here and there, maybe not full spell work, but little protection chants, things like that. One of my favorites is thrice around the circle bound, all evil sink into the ground for a quick little cleanse. And that one's been stuck in my head, I think, since I started practicing.
Okay.
I use for my grandkids, we use rosemary, to keep them alert. Basil for the concentration and stuff. Even eucalyptus and that is
Eucalyptus.
that helps with your senses to
Wow.
keep you focused as well.
See, I would do peppermint. Peppermint's shown to hold concentration, and if you can condition your kids when they're studying by having them light certain incense fragrances.
Okay.
So lavender.
Even lemon,
Lemon.
lemongrass.
Pick a fragrance that you like or that they like, and this is the study incense. And then you can
Now,
put
what
some
about
crystals.
patchouli?
Patchouli, I think,
Getting them to
patchouli would
relax.
be, it
Patchouli.
help them relax. Stones, I would probably go with fluorite and like bumblebee jasper.
With little kids, I steer clear of bumblebee jasper because that stuff's hella toxic.
Yes, unless you get the epoxy. But yes, I would rather for little kids fluorite
Demorturite.
and or yeah.
Blue calcite, demorturite, some sodalite. And then black tourmaline and white selenite to keep everybody else's crap to themselves. But go ahead.
And a carnelian.
Really? Why carnelian?
Accident-prone children. It wards off accidents.
Really? I've never seen it do that. I've always seen it with the energy boost.
Yeah, it's supposed to increase strength and vitality, but it's also supposed to ward off against like mishaps and accidents. So I keep one in my car as a protection charm from car accidents.
I have a couple of friends I'm going to be gifting a carnelian ring to then. Because yeah. By the way, Nico, I wanted to talk to you. So you said you're a huge crystal geek, right? Would you be willing, it would be just short, but would you be willing to come on the Gem Talk sometime for just like a couple of stones you really like?
Yeah.
Okay. Which stones do you really, 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 really just love? What do you like?
Fluorite, larvacite.
I did those two already. Pick something I haven't done.
Numite.
Fire
agate. Emerald, sapphire, ruby, kyanite. I mean, give me a rock and I'll probably like it though.
Okay, all right. You know what? Actually, I like the idea of you doing fire agate. So, yeah, cool. Yeah, I always love having another voice on this. Christina. We are very entertaining to her. Christina, no ship for me. Lol. Christina, I tried meditation and I like it. Awesome. Some people are really great at it. Oddly enough, my husband has ADHD and he can be all over the place. He cannot read a book, but he can listen to one. But he can drop into a meditative state like that.
That's disassociation. That's easy for them.
Done.
The maladaptive daydreaming makes you very, very easy to meditate.
Really?
Because they sit there and their brain wanders off, so it goes silent. And they really like it because it's quiet. For once.
I get that, but yeah, no, that does not work for me. No, he's sitting there and he's just like, wow, because he tried going the Buddhist route for a little while, and I'm just like, what? He's like, yeah, no, I just sat there for an hour and a half. I'm like, you didn't have your phone? No. Like, are you okay?
So you can even go on a 10-minute drive. That autopilot while you're driving.
Oh, I love that.
That's a meditation. And I mean, it's just head empty, but I mean, still meditation.
No, actually, it's funny you say that. When everything gets really stressed out and clustery around here, I check Webb in the car and we take off. Oh, man, he zens out. He's just like, oh, thank God, especially if there's a lot of rain or something going on at that point. And my mind is on the road strictly. And sometimes I'll turn on the singing bowls while I'm driving. Clears everything right out.
Oh, yeah.
No matter how bad anything is, we're reset. So, Destiny, Gypsy, meditations, thoughts. What works for you guys?
I'm bad at meditating.
Yeah, I get that.
I try to set. I like to have a very slow morning to start, so I wake up 2 hours before I have to be to work. I have my cup of coffee, and then I sit down and force myself to meditate for 5 to 15 minutes, and just sit down, do my devotionals in the morning, let the coffee kick in, have breakfast, shower, get dressed for work, and kind of like start the day off good. But I have to force myself to do my morning meditation. And
What do you do?
it varies. So I have a playlist of like guided meditations. So I'll either pick one of those, or I'll do like a chakra meditation or like the crystal cave meditations. There's some from shamanism. There's one where you break yourself down and then reform yourself, which is a really good cleansing meditation because you burn yourself down and then form yourself back up out of the ashes.
Kind of
So
a phoenixy kind of deal.
It helps you get all the crud off.
Nice.
What we do is, since we are also in a Cabot tradition from Lori Cabot, we do the Christer countdown. We used to do that the Sunday before school, or Monday morning, where we just have a Christer countdown mostly with the older kids. I'm always texting them and says, "Hey, do you Christer countdown?" It takes them down to alpha, where they can we help them to focus, concentrate, learn, behave, everything. It's kind of like a sit back and chill out type of thing. And we also, for the younger kids, it's always like be a tree. We always tell them, be a tree, focus, stand steadfast. Just be a tree and feel your branches branching out.
Yep. I love doing that one.
Yeah, for each subject that you go to, like PE, study hall, anything, math, whatever. Just look at your branches you have in school and reach out and try to make it a big, thick branch instead of a small branch, a big, thick branch. And it has always helped my kids to stay focused and concentrate and just kind of be steadfast in their surroundings.
See, I had one like that that I used at work. I'll go stand outside if possible, or while you're getting out of your car, and then you breathe in the sunlight, so like your orangey, yellow, gold, and then you exhale, and then you push all of your negativity and stress down and into the ground. So inhale the gold, and then exhale and push all of the crud out, and it's just a quick little like less than 30-second meditation, but it helps kind of really good for when you get off work, you leave class, you're stressed, when the kids are coming home, and just like give you a quick little cleanse.
Okay. Interesting. Destiny, before I get to the comment, what do you do to kind of get yourself grounded, keep yourself grounded, start yourself off in the day? What is it? What kind of routines do you do? And also to keep yourself clean?
I listen to music in the morning, like right when I get out of bed. I just listen to music to get ready, and that helps a lot.
Nice.
But I also don't get up very early before I'm supposed to be at work. I really get up like a half hour before.
Oh my God, I could not do that.
Yeah, I need to like do something else. I need to get up earlier or something because I'm starting my hours at 6 o'clock starting next week. And so, yeah.
I even before I had the kiddo, I had to be up 2 hours before work minimum. There was no way.
Really?
I love getting up before everybody because it's quiet.
Yeah.
I start the coffee pot. I don't have to talk to anybody for the first hour.
Yeah.
Like, my husband's still asleep. Nobody's there to bother me. Like,
yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah, no. Dennis, he rolls out of bed. He's like, oh man, it's 20 minutes till I have to be there. Boom, takes a 1-minute shower and he's out the door. I'm like, what just happened?
I
Really?
used to be like that, where I'd wake up like 30 minutes before I had to like go to work, or like before I'd have to leave the house, and like zoom out the door. And I started trying to take a slower morning and like actually enjoy my morning and my peace. And it's made a world of difference for me. And I mean, not everybody wants to wake up, 2 hours before they have to go to work. But even if you set that time after you get off work to like decompress, like that'll help your mood and set up like a physical drop off at your front door so that you
like
have a
that.
reminder to leave all of the crud from the day at your door.
What do you suggest for that?
I have a bowl of Black River stones and a basket. So when I come in, everybody in the house, when they come in the house, grabs a Black River stone, and you breathe in and exhale, push all of your crap into it, and drop it in the basket. Once the basket's full, I go take it down to the river and wash them, and let all of that flow back out. And it's that mental check of like, it used to be that I'd come home and like complain about how horrible my day was, and then I sat there and thought about what I was doing psychologically to my husband. So the first thing, you're gone for 8-12 hours, whatever you're working, and the first thing you do when you come home is tell the person you love about all of this crud. So they start associating you every time they see you with you unloading all of this crud. And I didn't want to put that on them. So it's like we developed what we called the tire method. I was an auto mechanic, and it was, were the tires round today or not? So was it a good day or was it a bad day? And like that's as far as that conversation goes. And then we move on with like, what do you want for dinner? Like there's no like vent about it, no need to vent about it, and move on with it and be like, it was a bad day, it's in the bucket and we're going on.
Really?
hmm
And you're able to release it that easily?
It took me a long time to get that way, but yes, I had to make that like. There's some good meditations on like. Um, Somebody else had told me that they picture it as hanging up their hat. So when you leave work, you hang up your work hat. So
Okay.
you're leaving work at work, you're leaving school at school, and then as soon as you walk out of that door, you're free. You're home. You leave your work problems at work, and having that boundary for me has really been helpful because I used to come home in like a really bad mood, and I've moved to a different job that's much less stressful, but it kind of helped me make it so that my partner didn't resent seeing me when I got home. If that like, and the nice like, it was never a problem, but I sat there and thought that like, this is how you condition somebody to stop liking you. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
This is my, I don't know if you can see it, my big crystal. I have, I don't know, probably 3 of these.
Okay.
We have one that's downstairs. So if the kids come, I live with my daughter with 4 kids to help her out. So when they come home and they're like having a bad day, I make them, this one is a different one downstairs, but I make them touch this crystal to ground them.
Okay.
So they will not bring all their frustration into the house. They would touch this. It's outside by the door. They touch it and they just kind of, close their eyes and kind of ground out with it. So when they come in, they should have a good attitude.
Mhm.
So,
And it's also very important to say that we still talk with them about it. We still
Yeah.
make sure,
oh yeah,
check in and work through everything. But the emotional part of it, the overly emotional intensity of it is left
Yep.
where it belongs.
It helps you at least lower that level, so that
Although,
you're not coming home at a 10, but maybe like a 3.
Although I will say, with that emotional intensity, could it be poured into a productive spell working?
You could do a transmutation word.
So, what would you guys suggest for doing a transmutation thing for, like, I don't know, if the kids are going to come home and they're having a problem, they pour it into something for, say, I don't know, going to a good college or health or what have you. What would you say would be kind of an auto transmuter for people who are not religious? I am not religious. I am spiritual freelancer and I'm very spiritual, but religion makes me shy away. Gypsy knows this. She's known me forever. So a lot of the people watching, a lot of my clientele, they're spiritual, but non-religious. What would you say?
So, amethyst and lemongrass with mandrake root.
For the kiddos, I would worry about mandrake root.
Well, if you sealed it in a jar, I wouldn't be too mad at that. But for kids, maybe honestly, I would probably just do an amethyst in a salt jar.
Okay.
Because that's amethyst transmutes negativity into love.
Okay.
And then they can use that energy to fuel the things that they love in life.
Okay. And explain that to them. Just let them know, hey, stuff it all in here, change it. Then we'll talk about the issue.
Yep.
Okay. I like that. All right. Gypsy, thoughts?
Sorry, my dog. She just wants to say hi.
Go ahead. Say hi.
We was talking about ADHD. I have a 5-year-old grandson who has a touch of it. So when he comes home, he, have the person with ADHD, they're just kind of like, they get set off and they off. That's it. So if he touches the crystal, I'll also give him a little bit of coconut oil too. That helps out with the ADHD.
Okay.
And usually, of course, they're not going to drink it or anything like that.
I was going to say, ooh.
Oh, no. So I just, they always come home with cookies or something that we always bake or, buy. So I just put some of the coconut on like a Rice Krispie treat or something.
Okay.
And it just seems to calm him down. So with his ADHD, I mean. So we do that. That was early. When you're talking about Dennis, I was like, man, he needs some coconut.
Yeah. No.
It's good for you if you drink it too.
Coconut water?
Coconut milk? Yes, I love it. It actually helps me sleep, which is also why my son, when I make a smoothie, he will not touch it if it's got coconut in it. If he's like, no, Mom, no, I know what you're doing. No, but, and I will
try
say,
cherries. Tart cherry juice has a lot of melatonin in it. It'll give him some weird dreams. But it'll knock him out.
Well, no, I actually, when I have the smoothies up and running, I do the coconut milk and the cherries and the raspberries for myself. He has no problem with cranberry juice. He has no problem with cherries. He has no problem with a lot of things. I put coconut in anything. He's like, why? So, but one of the things I did want to mention, and something that I started doing with my kiddo, obviously he's not in public school, he's homeschooled. But when we're out and about and stuff like that, when we come home, what I started doing, because he was always interested in whatever I was doing on the stove, whether it was candle making, cooking, what have you, he just loves it. Granted, you've got to be really careful, and mine goes about 1,000 miles an hour, so I have to get him down to like half a mile an hour. But I involve him in the cooking process, because I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this. If you're in a really, really horrible mood, just horrible things are happening in the house. Just it's kind of like, who put grass on my lawn kind of deal. Go in the kitchen and start cooking. Get involved with it, and all of a sudden, everything starts changing.
That's the one rule I break that my grandma gave me, which was never cook when you're angry. I love baking when I'm angry, though.
Yep.
Give me, like, I will beat the tar out of some bread. And like I'll just make a small batch of biscuits or something, and they might be the chewiest, nastiest biscuits, and I don't care if I'm gonna throw them away after. But it gets it out.
Okay. I was gonna say, actually, a lot of my stuff, cooking, I found, is such a transmutational process, and it's so simple and easy for everybody to do that if you get in there and you're boiling and you're chopping and everything like that, and you're spicing and herbing, all of a sudden it's like, I don't even know what I was really upset about.
Well, that's
You
like
know?
shift from anger to like caring about somebody and like supporting them, and you're flipping that from anger to love.
Yep. My dad and I always had a rule. If our day was going really horrible for us, we would go in and we would do something nice for somebody else. Kind of just
I like that.
like, if you see a penny that's turned over, you flip it over and go, good karma, and move on. That kind of thing. But yeah, no, it got so bad at one point when I was just having a lot of frustration with the shop and everything. Arthur would literally pull me into the kitchen and be like, Mama, go to the kitchen. There you go. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I know, right? Back to the kitchen. So,
Oh, yeah.
Destiny, now, what about you?
I don't know. I don't have like any. I don't think I have ADHD or anything. I don't have anybody around me that I don't think it does.
No,
I don't cook very well.
Not
I
ADHD, just,
I mean, I like cooking the crock pot, but that's all you'll see me cook with usually. Like,
crock
I mean,
pot
I'll make
is
hamburger helper on the stove, but yeah, I just throw something in the crock pot and let it cook all day. So
That's a nice
it just
day.
makes my life easier.
It does.
Yeah.
Zane's
Writing is what calms me down. So
yeah. Now you have a book coming out, correct?
yeah.
Don't worry.
It's
Hey,
supposed to come out.
believe me, dude, I did that Veli's challenge. 10,000 words is ridiculously hard to come up with. It's like, oh my God, what do I write?
Oh yeah.
Oh
I told you how long it took me to write my thesis, didn't I?
no. How long?
It was
what was
4
it on?
days straight. It was on ancient cultures, divinations, and how they're still living practices, and
Okay,
how
no,
they're
that was
still
different.
modern.
Yeah,
It was 200 pages.
yeah. Yeah. Actually, you have a book.
I'm working on one.
No,
Well, I do. That is a book, but yes,
Yeah.
I'm also working on another one. I'm working on a folk magic grimoire.
Awesome.
as well.
Yeah. But
I had the gumption of I wrote that paper and I was like, if I can write a 200-page paper, I can write a 200-page book on like something that is more enjoyable than the history and science of divination.
well, you know what? I want to see both. So
Wow, it looks like everybody's doing a book.
well, in today's world, doing a book is a hell of a lot easier than back when my dad was trying to do it.
Yeah,
there's so many
I'm probably
independent-
halfway done and 3/4 done with my book.
So yeah, we are living in a golden age, guys.
Oh yeah, you can self-publish off of Amazon. There's print-to-publish companies where you can send them your papers and they'll mail you a physical book and it's print on demand.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many great avenues now where even if you just want to print your own grimoire, there's printing companies where you can turn that into a PDF on your Google Drive and then send that off and have it made into a book to pass down to your kids or use for covens.
Well, and I have to say, I feel a little bit bad for everybody that was like my dad that wanted to be an author back in the day, but got hamstrung by having to go through the publishing companies and stuff. But I am glad it gave rise to what we have now. I mean, seriously, look at what we're doing right now. We are on a vodcast. How hard would it have been even 15 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, anybody who does not take advantage of this, they're not
Just
looking
imagine the recorder with a 4-way call and then selling cassettes of it.
Yep. But, I mean, I grew up recording Coast to Coast AM. I don't know. Does anybody listen to that?
Yeah.
Okay. Recording when I was little because I was homeschooled too. And he would go to work and I would record for him and he would listen to the cassettes while he was working. When you think about that, all the effort that went into that back then, all the equipment that our bell had to have and everything, we are living in a golden age as far as DIY, do-it-yourselfers, okay?
Oh yeah.
And Amazon has really been a front runner on that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I've got a bunch of books in the works, but the ones I'm focusing on at the moment are my fiction work. So,
Do what you love.
hey, I really enjoy it. And actually, I don't know if you guys know anything about Kindle Vella, but you should check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's episodic. You publish stuff each week.
I might
It's really neat.
hand that off to my husband because he loved doing creative writing and always wanted to do writing. And I'm sitting there like, you should. I kept trying to push him to do it, and it's like, do what you're interested in, even if you're not making money doing it. Do it for the fun and the joy.
Well, Kindle Vella you actually can make money off of. You
Oh,
have to have obviously a bigger following than I do because I just started it. But basically what happens, the first 3 episodes of any story are free. It has to be a minimum of 1,000 words, generally. So that's 2 or 3 pages.
Mhm.
And you go from there. And they suggest that you publish 2 to 3 times a week.
That's not bad. There's a couple others that are like that where you can do like ghostwriting.
Some of the webtoon forums like Tapas, Tappytoon, Webtoon, stuff like that. I think Pocket Comics, but I'm not sure. They also have a novel side to them. Tapas is one of the bigger ones. And I was really impressed with that. But I kind of want to stick with Amazon. Kindle Vella is only about 2 years old, and that's why they hold the Vellies, which is a contest, and it drags in a bunch of new authors. Plus, who's going to be better than a new author to explain something that's kind of complicated to their fan base?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. The capitalist in me is just going, yeah. But I will tell you, I was very surprised at how interesting it got. The stories are still ongoing, and I'm having a lot of fun with them. But yeah, Girly Destiny, wow. Yeah, no, I completely get you, girl.
I've just been really busy too, and I've been really overwhelmed, and so I've been trying to write. My published date was supposed to be August 1st, and here we are almost at September 1st. And I feel really bad because like my Kickstarter was funded, and I like promised them it'd be done by the end of August, and I've just been really overwhelmed. And I told you a little bit about it, and
you've had life throw some stuff at you, girly. We all have. Don't worry, okay?
These retrogrades have been
harsh.
Crazy. I look so forward to September 11th when we're out of the shadow phase of Mercury.
Well, we still got Chiron and Saturn lining up to whoop our ass.
Oh, we're going to be through retrogrades till December.
I know. Anyway, Zane's Tarot. Are there any herbs or stones that can make it easier to be nocturnal? Lol. Are you kidding me? I'm a vetted night owl. I think it's genetic at this point. All right, guys, you take this one.
Amethyst is always good.
Mm-hmm.
Hematite is good too, as well.
To make you nocturnal?
I'm sorry?
To help you sleep?
No, to be nocturnal. So that would be a night owl, be up at night.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're wanting to flip your sleeping schedule, like midday. So before you would go to bed, I would drink, or want to go to bed, I would recommend like chamomile or valerian root tea. If you're going to use valerian root in tea or capsules, it does taste awful. Use a lot of sweetener.
Sweetener's not going to cut it, babe. You're going to have to use hibiscus or something. I know, because
I've got do it like a shot.
No.
If you chill it and do it like a shot.
Do not. Oh, Nico, you hate people. Do not chill valerian root. Nasty.
I sleep myself.
Oh, God.
I'll brew it and like, do your 10-minute steep, let it cool down. I let it sit like through like midday. Like I'll make it in the morning, put it in the French press, throw it in the fridge, and then like an hour before I go to bed, press it, and then chilled, and do like shots of valerian root.
What? Oh my God. All you got to do is put it in with a little hibiscus. If you really want to sleep during the day and be awake at night, do catnip and valerian root in the morning, knock your ass out, and then you'll be awake. Plus, you'll get the best sleep of your life. You will wake up as a new person.
Oh yeah. Or soda light helps with sleep, but it's not necessarily going to make you sleepy, but it'll help you sleep better. Tart cherry juice also, it's got a lot of melatonin. Though be warned, if you drink enough of it, you will have the weirdest dreams of your life and possibly sleepwalk. That happened to me. I drank a whole glass of cherry juice and went to bed, and I sleptwalked in the middle of the night and made myself a honey butter sandwich and a glass of milk, and then went right back to bed apparently at like 3 in the morning. My husband was still up, and he's like,
What the?
do you know you woke up and made yourself a sandwich and chugged a glass of milk and then went back to bed? And I woke up with a plate next to me, and I was like, what the hell? Okay.
Beth Cole, can I call the shop to get a card reading, or do I need to No, honey, you can call the shop. Don't worry about it. Yeah, you can call the shop. And I can even do a video reading, or Destiny can. So, hey, Destiny, are you going to be at the September fair? Yay, nay?
Yes.
Okay.
I would love to be.
Okay, cool. All right. So now Beth is hardcore. Beth, valerian root and vodka is amazing. Beth, you are hardcore. You are more hardcore than I will be. Okay.
If I drank, absolutely. But,
dear God.
Ooh, I'll
Did
just
it
do
burn
the
your
straight.
stomach lining? Because damn. Oof. That's rough.
I mean, only if it's good vodka. Like, we're not doing McCormick's with that.
Okay, no. God almighty. Maybe some peppermint schnapps. It'd probably be good with peppermint schnapps because you wouldn't be able to taste the valerian.
Rumplemints?
Wait,
You might not taste it over the Rumplemints, to be honest.
actually, you know what? Jaeger.
Ooh.
Because you wouldn't be able to taste anything over the flavor of Jägermeister.
Yeah, the licorice.
Destiny, cover your ears, sweetie. You don't need to hear this.
I'm 23.
You don't need to be drinking like that. Not with the valerian root, okay? You won't wake up for work. You'll be like, out. Your boss will call you. I took a tea. What kind of tea? Here, you can have some.
You should try tart cherry juice and a shot of whiskey. That would probably be pretty good too.
That'd be interesting. What
Like
if
a
it was
little
like
bit-
peach whiskey?
Yeah. Do like a instead of grenadine, use tart cherry juice. Make like a hot toddy
Nice. I like that.
with some valerian root.
I like that. Okay. Dennis, my thesis in college was directing a play. And I am watching this while listening to the rain outside and not sipping a glass of wine. Dennis, nothing beats legit sugar. Yeah, no, sugar will not cover the taste of valerian, babe. You remember that mix I made you when you got really, really sick of valerian and a bunch of other crap that knocked you out? Yeah, I put honey in that. You didn't taste it, but it was horrible. All right, now, Dennis, it's okay. I feed my wife melatonin every night. No, he doesn't. No, because I wouldn't be able to wake back up. I took melatonin one time. I was a zombie for 4 days, and I had to work every one of those days in food service.
Ooh.
It was a legit
Yeah,
zombie.
everybody's different.
Dennis, Beth doesn't like pain but loves hangovers. Yeah, Dennis, Jaeger's nasty. Well, but you had a bad experience with it. Beth Coles, yes, Jaeger. Okay. Beth Coles, love tart cherry juice. Okay, so Jaeger, tart cherry juice, and valerian root. We're not sure what's going to happen with this one, so let us know, Beth.
Maybe try it on a Friday night. That way, if you have the weekend off, if you sleep until noon or later, it's not that big of a problem. Cancel your plans for the next day.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, Beth, you get a $5 credit at Des Moines New Age Shop if you try the tart cherry juice, valerian root, and vodka. No, valerian root and Jaeger. $5 credit. but you gotta let me know what happens.
Oh yeah, we need a testimony of
Yeah.
tell us how weird your dreams are after that.
Yeah, that too. Keep a
Because
record.
Valerian Riddle also deals with astral travel too, doesn't it? If I remember right.
It just knocks your ass out. You're just done.
The
You're
tart
out.
cherry will make you lucid dream though, so that could be an interesting experience.
Throw some catnip in there. Catnip, valerian root, Jaeger, and tart cherry juice. Beth Coles, I see a party. It's going to be a very sleepy party if we put in valerian root. Trust me on that one.
I wonder what would happen if you would put in, if you're not trying to get pregnant or breastfeeding, mugwort and some Dittany of Crete.
No, mugwort. No, mugwort. That is a bad idea, Nico.
It tastes awful, but...
Well, it tastes awful. It has an awful effect. That is not for sleeping. You guys know that, right?
No, not for sleeping, but if you're gonna go yeet yourself into the astral realm, I mean...
No. Mugwort is a no. Jesus. Oh, all right. Dennis, I had a bad experience with vodka. I simply done. Yeah, no, he did have a really, really, really horrible experience with vodka. Dennis, I simply don't like the taste of Jägermeister. It's not for everyone, but I will tell you, if you have a cold, it's really great. It drains it right out of you. Hold on. Someone's music is coming through. Oh, who's got music going?
That might be Thunder's show.
Yeah, it's getting louder, guys.
No, it's not his show then, because his show is very quiet.
What's the matter?
I think his is on like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
What am I interfering with your thing?
Sounds like a siren or something.
Weird. Okay. Beth Coles, I'll be over like Oprah on canned ham. I'll definitely will share. Yes. All right. Well, Beth, this is going to be awesome. Also, I'm glad I don't have to drink that mix because dang. But proof positive, pictures or it didn't happen, recorded experiences or it didn't happen, $5 credit at the shop. So, anybody else want to do anything crazy for a little in-store credit?
If I was closer, maybe. Ooh.
Hey, I'm working on my online shop, Nico.
True. Trying to think of what a horrible concoction I could drink that would...
Oh, it's not just horrible concoctions. We do energetic experiments, psychic vampire experiments, spell work experiments. We do it all, man.
Wonder... Ooh. Astral travel oil and then tart
Beth
cherry
Coles.
juice, go to bed?
Okay. Beth Coles, you're on. All right. That's the spirit, Beth. I like you. Okay. Dennis, I had a good draft and got to eat tasty tacos tonight. It's okay to be jealous.
I'm jealous, Dennis.
If I'm doing tart cherry juice, I'm tying my leg to the end of the bed, though.
Probably good.
I made it to the kitchen last time.
Oh, God. No. Astral travel oil, tart cherry juice. You know what? Something to shift you out of dimensions and back.
Oh, my astral travel oil will do that.
Okay.
No, I make mine. Mine's not just like open you up to travel. No, mine's throw you in.
Perfect. Okay. But you have to report back what happened, full report, and you have to figure out what dimension you went into.
Ooh.
Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Dennis, you're on. Not you're on. Oh, dear God. Quick grammar not seeing. Okay. But that's what makes him a good editor. Dennis McCullough, you should be jealous, Gypsy. Aye. Beth, I want tasty tacos.
Oh, yeah, we're doing astral cherry juice.
Astral cherry juice, Dennis. Okay. All right. So, Gypsy, since you're in Iowa, what do you think? What do you want to do that's crazy?
What I want to do that's crazy.
I know you want to go to sleep. You're like, Jesus God, Alicia.
You know, it's nice to be young again. You know, I'm 58 now, so I'm just like, my crazy step is in the past.
Well, my darling, I
it's
feel
past it.
58, so
I can still get crazy. I can still get crazy, but I'm saving my craziness to go back to Salem this October to spend with my Cabot brothers and sisters, and then we can get crazy. So,
how crazy?
I think this is PG, right? Yeah, we won't go.
Oh,
She's gonna be dancing with the broom by the end of it.
well, yeah.
Oh, honey, you don't know. Your
Okay.
cousin can get kind of crazy at times.
Alrighty then.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then we're going to need you to video record this so I can put it on the other channel where I make money on.
Well, I was thinking about doing a lot of TikToks and
I wasn't talking about TikTok, babe.
oh, wow. I could probably do some recordings, but I don't know. You know, I probably need permission from everybody.
Teasing. No, I
You have to print out Google permission slips.
no. Dennis, everybody's jelly tonight. What? Dennis, how crazy is a Cabot party? That's good. Okay.
It just depends. You know, you have some young Cabots. She has some middle-aged Cabots. She has some old Cabots, and you have really old Cabots. So, you know, it just really depends.
Oh, I've heard some of the coven stories. You get that mead flowing and passing around the fire, and
Well, that's just a
They go
regular
wild.
Covenant of the Blessed Lady. Now,
yeah,
Covenant of the Blessed Lady is a different story. You know, I mean, yeah. We
No,
can get the whole campground going crazy.
I remember a couple of tales that I had heard about, what was it, Heartland or something like that? One of my friends, she's heavy into the witchcraft, Wicca end of it, and up for almost anything. Apparently, she was running around naked, drunk, and her false teeth came out, and she had to go find them, and they were by the fire.
oh no.
Yeah, but that was one of her lighter stories.
Mhm. Yep.
I think one of the crazy stuff that myself and a Covenant mate did one time was it was really super hot. It was at Ledges State Park. And we probably have an event for, I don't know, about probably 65, 75 peeps. And we was just passing the meat around, having a good time. And it was so hot. And I was wearing a white gown. And I wasn't thinking about it. And she says, "Hey, Gypsy, just go over to this well and get all wet." So I thought, oh yeah, you know. So yeah, we got.
Was this a bet?
No, this wasn't bad. This was just crazy time. And I turn around and Thunderous is like, Missy, you better go to the bathroom and you better change your clothes. And I'm like, I'm just hot. I'm in my robe. I'm fine. He goes, no, go to the bathroom. So, you know, like a good wife, I went to the bathroom to change clothes. I looked in the bathroom mirror and I'm like, oh my God.
Oh,
Ooh.
we lost Destiny.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Destiny, where
Like,
are you? We call
like,
you
oh my
back. Nico,
Everybody
light
can
a
see
candle.
everything.
It's already lit.
Okay.
So, yeah, everybody can see everything. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of like flashing the pagan community with a robe on. That must be a first. So
Mine was my husband walking in after taking a shower while I was on for our discussion, and door there, bathroom's on the other side of the hall. Walks in to come get clothes while I'm on a live stream, and it's like, and it wouldn't be that bad if it was once, but then in our witchy book club, it happened again. So he's become known as the naked husband.
Yeah. Oh, Beth Coles. Gypsy, we have surpassed crazy at this point as far too old. We are both far from being old. We are still young, girl. Okay.
Just means that you've had more time to do more crazy things, and
Very true.
you just have to up yourself.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. That's right. Yeah, you got to top whatever you've already done, Gypsy. Dennis, great. Gypsy, really? You had to say something like that and get him started. Dennis,
if I bring Thunder on here and he sees that, what Dennis said, he says, nope, she never obeys me.
Gypsy listens to it, obeys her husband. God told
He's a
man.
troublemaker.
God told man to go to the four corners of the earth and find himself a good and obedient wife. And then he made the earth round, and then he laughed and laughed and laughed and so yeah. All right, Dennis. Speaking of naked husband, I'll be right there, honey. Oh no, you will not. We don't play that stuff on live stream. Nico is an Aries monkey. No. Okay, Dennis and no. Robert Brands, I make some awesome brandy called Bounce. Thank you, Robert, for bringing it back to the dignified subject of alcohol. Well done, sir. Awesome. What do you put in the brandy?
Ooh, homemade blackberry brandy is delicious, though.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
good.
All right. Destiny said her Wi-Fi is being weird, so it blinked out on her. She's going to try turning it off and on again, basically. Okay. Dennis, there's a nude animal behind Nico right now.
The cat.
Okay, if Nico put his cats in funny clothes, that would be a whole nother subject matter.
I think they would be more upset that they were wearing clothes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would be. They'd be like, no.
A pink tutu would be cute, really cute.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's been summoned. Okay, come on.
Okay. Beth Cole's blackberry brandy is yummy. Okay. Aw. Chat tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Eowyn. Hey, all. So sorry for my absence of late. We started kindergarten with Basil last week and chaos has been off the rails. Oh, I get it. No worries, girly. Well, thanks for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. So Eowyn has some young kids, and maybe we could go over a little bit of what we already did and give her some tips on this. And then also daycare stuff.
Mm-hmm. They sell a rosemary mint leave-in conditioner spray.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on your kids' hats, beanies, inside their hats, inside their hoods for their jackets. It helps cleanse negativity, protection, and also it's a deterrent against lice.
Nice. I love stuff that's also practical.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I think I know I've told the story before on here, but I had a lady I knew, and she sent her daughter to daycare, and they came to visit me, and the daughter actually brought a very nasty entity to me and left it in my doorstep. And I spoke to the lady about it later, and she's like, oh, I didn't, and she was way deeper into all this stuff than I was at that point. So she never even thought to put a protection charm or anything on her kid. My question to you is, and I took a look, the daycare was teeming with it, teeming with negative entities. What can you do to clear out daycares, to clear out that stuff? Just give the kids both at the daycare, your own and stuff, some protection.
One of the easiest ones, if you send them with like hand sanitizer, add a little bit of salt or some, holy water, moon water, blessed water, and then that helps give them that physical and energetic cleanse.
Okay.
If you get to walk the property inside, take a salt shaker with you. You can open some salt packets and kind of help cleanse the space a little bit.
Okay.
I do this with camphor tablets at my work, where I will crush a camphor tablet and then walk around and like drop my camphor crumbs. Camphor helps disrupt negative energy.
Nice. Okay.
You can do, sigil magic. energetically, or if you like painting rocks, you can steal a couple rocks from their parking lot and paint them and then put them back face down so nobody sees your ride runes.
Okay. And would this also work at schools and such too?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can put an iron spike in your kid's backpack would probably work pretty well too to deter negative spirits. Or, protection charms like an evil eye keychain on the backpack.
Okay.
Like the, what is it? Chrissy, what's the pepper charm necklace?
The pepper charm necklace.
Yeah.
For a kid to wear, you mean?
Yeah, cornicello charm. That's what it is. It's an Italian folk charm, and they're little peppers,
Okay.
and they protect against negativity and scare away evil spirits.
Okay.
And if they're old enough to wear jewelry, it's a little tiny pendant you can get.
You can get this.
Keychains.
The Chimaruta is good too for
What is that?
for that.
It's
It has
the Strega
different charms
tree
on it.
charm.
Yeah.
It's the Hand of Fatima.
Okay.
I think it has a pepper on it and a couple other things.
It has a chicken on it.
Chicken, olive branch, and a dove, if I remember right.
It kind of has an evil eye, but not really. Kind of looks like an eye. It's like a raven's eye, I think.
Nico, can you write that down in the comments?
Yep.
Erwin, oh my God, I absolutely adore the scent of rosemary too. We'll definitely be doing that. Erwin, I heard rosemary's great for your hair as well. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Helps your hair get thick.
Erwin, could I get camphor tablets easily? That's a great question.
You should be able to. Some drugstores will carry them. So a really easy way to get your hands on camphor is, where is it? Vicks Vapor Rub. It's camphor.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's in a cream. So you can...
you can use it for sigils too.
Use it for sigils, anoint yourself, your kids. You can easily grease the underside of a desk or
inside of a
backpack, wallet.
Okay. That's interesting. Erwin, they had a person with a weapon escorted off the property of the school right at the same time as dismissal on Monday. So I need some protection. Yeah. Okay. Wait, Beth, what Vicksburg?
Vicks Vapor Rub, like the muscle soother, or like the thing your grandma put on your feet when you had a cough as a kid.
Yeah, or what you slather on your chest. Yep.
You can also just open a jar of this and put it in a space to dispel negativity.
It will also dispel sinus stuff. So you know.
Oh yeah, but do be careful. Camphor is toxic to cats.
Okay.
So if you have cats, please don't burn camphor on charcoals.
Yes. Beth Coles. Oh yes. Okay. Erwin, my mom is from the South and she eats a little of it when she is ill. Real. Eats it. Does it help? Maybe I've been using it wrong.
I'll take a little bit, like a spoon of it, and put it in a bowl with some boiling water, and then put a towel over my head when I'm like real stuffed. It'll clear you out, but ooh.
Yeah. I actually prefer doing therapy baths, and that's the eucalyptus, peppermint, and bergamot oil in a bath. I got really lucky when I moved into the house. They had a whirlpool tub built in. And so I pour that in, plop wub in. The entire house smells like a cough drop. But anyway, it smells really good. Oh, yeah. Okay. Beth Coles, my mom does that. Really? Eating it? I had never heard of it being eaten.
I've heard of that, but I've always read that it's not the best thing for you. I don't think I don't think you're supposed to ingest camphor.
Yeah, I didn't. But hey, it hasn't hurt them, so.
But, small doses and do your research, I guess.
Dennis, and he said, who told you that you were naked? Have you eaten from the tree that I commanded you to Dennis, no drinking. Okay. Anyway, let's see here. AON. Camphor is toxic to humans as well.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't think you're supposed to ingest camphor.
Interesting. Oh my. I've ate it since the 70s. Beth. Huh. Beth, you party hard, don't you? Wow. Okay.
I mean, fair. My mom used to have us go play in the Lily of the Valley patch when we were kids, so we'd go pick fistfuls of them. They're a neurotoxin. It can make a child drop. And I'm
Seriously.
sitting there like, I was picking fistfuls of them as a kid. Like, we'd bring them in and make little bouquets. And I found out as an adult that they were like highly toxic, and I was like, I don't think she knew, but like, oh God.
It's one way to calm down the kids, right? Jesus Christ. Dennis, yes, the whole house smells like a cough drop. No, I kick open all the doors and just let it flow through everything. House smells
Oh yeah.
great. But it's very, very strong. Also, when I climbed into the bath myself, I used a little too much peppermint, and that's when I found out enough peppermint oil. Yes, it'll be cold, it'll burn, but it will take away body pain.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
If you can, they should carry it at Walmart, but they sell the Dr. Bronner's Castile soap and peppermint.
Okay.
If you need to feel like you were clean all the way inside your bones, wash with that. But be warned, you will feel Jack Frost kiss you in places you didn't think were going to reach.
Oh yeah.
So use with caution or dilute it heavily. But it is a good cleanser.
That is the action I'm looking for, Nico. Okay, let's see here. Nico, Dennis, Nico had built up an immunity to iocane poisoning.
I love Lily of the Valley, though. They smell amazing. I have some in my backyard. But
yeah, send the kids out. All right, there you go, kids. Being hyperactive, off you go. They won't be when they get back. Dang, wow, harsh. Okay, let's see here. Beth, I forage in my timber. I can get all I want. Oh, okay then.
I have a similar issue with purslane. And purslane is a plant that lowers your blood sugar. And it's a weed. Well, associated as being weed. But my work had me pulling these out of their rock beds. Well, I pulled 55 gallons of them in a day. And I'm a diabetic. It dropped my blood sugar because I touched so many of them.
Now, wait a minute. Purslane.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Moss rose, purslane, yep.
Quick question. Can you make that into a tea and drink it and would it do the same thing?
Yes. You can make a tea, you can make a pesto with it. It's also a lymphatic cleanser, if I remember right.
Okay, so quick question. You still got any purslane, Nico?
Theirs was treated with chemicals. I wouldn't use it.
Okay.
But it does grow readily in sidewalks and rocky beds.
How do you spell it?
Please.
Never mind. Got it. All righty. Because what I'm going to do, my mom is diabetic. And she's been looking for ways to lower blood sugar. She wants to get off the Ozempic, which, oh my God, that stuff is...
Look in the diabetic section at Walmart. There's a thing called sugar blocker. It's a vitamin that helps block you from turning carbs into sugar. Ooh. And it helps stabilize your blood sugar.
Okay. Sweet. Hell yeah. Because, I want to get her off of all this. It's that poor girl. Anyway. Okay. Dennis, Beth is always looking for wood. Well then. Okay. Owen, what? I have a tough time keeping purslane out of my yard and I have a type 1 diabetic kid. Boom shaka. By the way, we are not medical experts. We claim no medical knowledge.
Please do your research and consult your doctors when you're trying to add herbs and like natural medicines into your health regimens.
Okay, but I'm still going to try it out on my mom. I'm going to make her some tea. She's going to have no idea what's happening.
Look in the. I don't know what quantity you need, but look into it and see what the dosages are for it. Because
So
that.
I was going to say, Nico, so if I make her an entire cup of herb in boiling water, that should do it, right?
I don't know what the ratio is, to be honest.
I'm going to have it while she's at work. She does phone work from home. Be like, here, Bob. Oh! I'll have it. Okay, hold on. Nicole, I think I have some. I've seen some at the shop. Purslane sounds familiar, but I don't think I have it. But thank you.
They're like a rubbery with like broad leaves. It's like a succulent.
Dennis, speaking of being diabetic, I think I'm going to go get some cookies or ice cream. More and then or on the ice cream. No. Okay. See. Beth Coles, my cancer journey has me researching for other options. Yep. Dennis McCullough, always consult a doctor for medical advice, not a psychic. Very true. Very true.
Beth, you might want to try add some Reiki treatments.
Heck yeah. All right. Symone made it on. Symone, hey girl.
Hey.
How you been?
Good. Sorry I'm late. I got off work a little bit late and trying to get fall decorations made for my classroom. So it's time consuming.
Oh, I get that. So yeah, we were just discussing an herb that grows in sidewalks and everything that can drop blood sugar. Purslane. And I just found it on Etsy. So I'm probably going to bring some into the shop.
Nice.
Why? Because my mom's a diabetic. I know plenty of diabetics, and I'm going to start experimenting on her. She never watches this show, so she's not going to know what happens. Nico or Nicole. No, it was growing wild. Ooh.
As long as you don't spray your...
I don't. Might have a bit at home, but not sure. No, I have to be very careful spraying anything because when Arthur's there, he likes to play outside. And so I can't have it, which makes controlling the yard just ridiculous. Okay, Eowyn. They're very viney and they grow super quickly. I would describe Purslane as waxy as well. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I was so upset when I had to throw away 55 gallons of it. And I'm sitting there like, they sprayed their herb. I was pretty sure they sprayed for weeds. So it was like, it's useless. And had they not sprayed, I would have loaded up a whole bag of it in my car and tried it.
Yeah, no kidding. Dang. Dennis, hey, Nicole, if it's wild, then you need to tame it. Well, she probably will after she gets over her shoulder being dislocated, Dennis. Good Lord. She fell at the library at her job and dislocated her left shoulder, scratched her up, broke her glasses, just whooped her ass. I keep telling her, basically, she has to tell everybody she got into a fist fight and you should see the other guy. She's in a sling and a brace and everything. No, we were talking tonight and she's like, because you have trouble bathing and everything like that. And I'm like, all right. She told me her bathtub situation. I'm like, what you better off doing? Lay a tarp down on the deck, get the sprayer hose, have a man spray her off. Or throw buckets of warm soapy water on her and then spray her off.
Say, run it from the kitchen, so at least you got some warm water.
Heck yeah, baby! I told her because I offered to come over and wash her down if her guy was too busy with work, and I'm like, but don't worry, I'll bring the power sprayer attachment. The stuff you used to spray the siding off. You will feel spiritually clean when I am done.
That Dr. Bronner's peppermint will do that, trust me.
So we'll do the peppermint soap and the power sprayer. Good job, Nico. Oop, lights are starting to dim a little bit. Okay. Hang on. Dennis, wait, Nicole fell and dislocated. Oh my God, Dennis, I'm not even going to deal with you on this. We drove out to the hospital the night it happened to make sure she was Okay. Anyways, so yeah. Symone, you've got kids, they're in school. What do you do to keep them protected? And did you catch what Nico was saying about protecting your classrooms and stuff like that?
I did not. So basically, as soon as I hopped on here,
Oh my God, Dennis, it's raining right now. Go outside and shower, Nicole. Hold on, Nicole. Power and net's been a bit wonky here too. She's listening to everything, Dennis. Hey, Symone, where are you at right now? Want to go over and shower, Nicole? We'll both do it. You hold her up. I'll get her with the sprayer.
I'm done. Let's go.
All right, cool.
Team up for this. No, though, as far as the kids go, I know my oldest keeps tourmaline in their pocket all the time. My youngest does on occasion. I can definitely tell when she doesn't have it, especially last year, because she would be just this angry little gremlin. And then my middle child, well, he is just an angry little gremlin. So,
I like sprinkling, whether you get them at the fast food place when you're out at lunch or bring in a little salt shaker. And you can, most classrooms are either the tile or carpet. It's easier if it's on carpet because it just, you don't even see it. But you can put a little salt bowl by the front door or in your desk drawer for your desk. But I work in a senior center, so I crush camphor tablets and then I sprinkle them around in the carpet. So kind of, or I'll add them to my mop water. But if you're spraying down the desks for the classroom, you can throw them in there, or salt in the hand sanitizer, or holy water, moon water, blessed water, dilute the hand sanitizer a little bit. I also have a friend that she put a little charm bag on her school door. So she leaves her door open all the time. So she taped a little charm bag on the back side of her door with obsidian and amber, and then she put in a citrine to help make sure everything stays clear. And then she'll pull it down, I think, during school break, take it home, recharge it, bring it back. I've also heard people, for older kids, you can use sulfur to sprinkle, but it does have that eggy smell, so you may want to mix in an essential oil or make your own carpet fresher, where you can make a baking soda salt blend and then add in your essential oils for like mint or rosemary for some concentration, some sage if you can get it. Maybe, well, basil would work too, because that'll help bring in productivity and then drive away negative spirits.
so I know, for me at least, because I I teach 14 2-year-olds.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I tend to just, I have at the current moment in my little spray bottle, I have Florida water, just because it was the easiest thing to get a hold of. I know my kids have used that because I have 3 teenagers. So they've used that. They also keep their crystal bracelets on. Make sure to have their evil eye on. Outside of just simple things like that, that's not gonna draw too much attention to them. I've got like 10 to 10 to 15 trees surrounding my house, and I live in a small town in town, so to have that many trees in my yard is weird. But
so you set up a circuit with the trees?
Yep, I basically, as soon as they get home, I'm like, touch the tree, leave it at the tree.
Yep.
Give
I
it
have one
back.
similar where I have a jar of Black River stones, and then you come in, you leave it at the door in the basket. When the basket fills up, I go take it, cleanse it, restart.
I've also done the buttons.
Yep, I use black buttons to draw negativity off, and then toss them out my car window.
Do you know? Have you met Cass?
Yes.
Okay, so I actually keep my buttons and then I give them to Cass.
You're the one. Okay, you're the one with the button. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And that actually, it's a dual purpose. It's great because it helps them, but it also takes away from, kind of helps keep me level where I like to be at, and doesn't let I don't know how to word it.
It's a beneficial relationship. Yep. You could do energy work on your door into the classroom too. Set up a filter so that all of the, like a calming filter on the kids so that they're more eager to learn and less rowdy, maybe, especially at that age.
Hey, I don't know if you can get less rowdy at 2. This is holy buckets. These kids.
Oh yeah.
Easiest way to put it: by the time I'm home, I have enough energy to make dinner, and I'm done.
Oh yeah, it's like, I imagine that your day has to be like herding cats.
Very much so. Yeah. And the amount of times that I should know this because I have 3 of my own kids, but they're older now, so for a while I've forgotten the amount of times that I have to say, don't put that in your mouth, is amazing. Like, I completely forgot how often I had to say that crap.
Oh yeah. What's in your mouth? Stop running away from me. Don't hit others.
We deal with biting more than hitting.
Oh yeah.
And Beth. Beth is leaving.
Oh.
Just saying good night. Goodbye.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I didn't interrupt you. I apologize.
Oh no.
But yeah, so there's that. Had a very terrifying experience at work today because a kid started choking on his food. So thank God my work pays for mandatory
CPR and
CPR
choking.
classes. And I did. I felt bad because I didn't have the parents' permission, but I did kind of put a little blessing over the kid just to make sure that there wasn't going to be any residual effects from, like, if something did get stuck that I wasn't able to get out when I had to do CPR to him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with good intentions, I'd prefer to have permission.
Right.
Yeah. There's always an extenuating circumstance. Everybody can use well wishes. But oh yeah, doing a class of 2-year-olds. Ooh.
Yeah. Brave.
If you could get like a small bowl of, it'd have to be pretty big though. I was gonna say if you get like a sensory bowl of like tumbled stones, but then I'd be worried they're gonna eat them. Because rocks look like candy. Hell, I have that problem with grown men where they'll just, oh, this looks tasty, and just pop a rose quartz in their mouth or a malachite, and it's like, that's toxic. Do you know what's in that rock?
The amount of I've told my 16-year-old not to do that.
I gave my 4-year-old niece an anti-monster spray because she was having nightmares, and she was saying that her closet was scary and that there was a boogeyman. So my brother's like, "Well, what can I do about it?" And I was like, "How about I make you like a lavender spray with some blessed water in it, and then the lavender should help her sleep, and then the water will take care of if there was anything else in the house. Spray her closet, or have her spray her closet with you. Show her there's nothing in there. Get her back to bed. She sleeps like a rock." And then I love this little girl to death. She has what she refers to as an army of gnomes that live under her bed. And I'm the witchy one in the family. My brother is like super supportive, but not witchy. But my niece is super obsessed with witches and the supernatural. And she has an army of gnomes that live under her bed that she likes to give them bread and butter and honey. I did not teach her about them. She just discovered this on her own. And he's sitting there like, she says we have gnomes. And I was like, well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, she keeps giving them bread and butter and honey. I keep pulling out slices of toast from under her bed. And I was like, I mean, if you don't have things missing around the house, I don't think it's a problem. Besides, having toast under her bed.
That I would take that problem.
I know, and I'm sitting there like, it's so cute. So every time that I have to like give them a gift or something, or like I'll send my brother money for their birthdays, it's always from the gnomes under my niece's bed. Welcome back.
Oh crap, you could see me. I did not realize I was visible on screen. Oh man. No, that was a very brief power outage. I mean, it lasted all of 2 seconds, and then we have now spent the last 5 minutes trying to get back on here. So good, you guys could see my comb over and everything.
You look fine.
Hey, I'm taken, sir. Say,
What did I walk in on, homies?
honey, leave something for the imagination, would you?
Really? No, I'm good.
No, I'll leave it up to you. My advice would be to try and wrap it up, considering I don't think the storm's going to be going away anytime soon.
Yeah, it's hitting here too.
You're 2 states away.
No, I'm
she's
not.
in your state. She's
I'm
a
not
couple
away
hours
with
away
that.
from you.
When did this happen?
Probably 3 years ago.
She's back.
I
She's
am
back.
Mr. Current Events, after all.
I've been back.
Let's see, I think I'm
Back
the farthest
again?
away.
Aren't you glad I'm back?
Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's
Alrighty.
back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Let me
Guess
wrap
who's
this
back?
up.
Oh,
Whoa,
no,
what's going on?
it's just another. That's just
Okay.
a pop up. Anyway,
All right.
yeah, my wife's barely popping in here, and
I'm not barely popping in here. You just can't see me through the backdrop.
yeah, I can see
I
now.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what happens when you turn the green screen off. So, anyway, fair enough. All right, Gypsy, where can we find you? Where can other
God,
people-
that's so ominous.
Where can other people find you?
Even worse. Jesus, Dennis.
Which cornfield do you like to hang out in?
Gypsy. Where can
I'm
we
in-
stalk you?
I'm in the cornfields
What
of
corn?
Kyoto.
Kyoto.
Yeah.
Kyoto.
20 minutes from Washington, 10 minutes from Sigourney, probably an hour south of Iowa City. It's a town of 800 people, so
Oh, that's pretty big for that area.
it's huge.
That's what she said. Anyway,
Whoa.
and by the way, it's Sigourney.
Well, whatever. Sigourney, we call her Sigourney, so.
Well, it's not Sigourney's fault that they mispronounced it. Anyway, Nico, where can we stalk you?
I'm on the other side of the river. I'm in Omaha, over here in Nebraska. You can find me remotely on Within the Cauldron on Facebook, Discord, and on TikTok under Crystal Heathen, as well as my personal Facebook, which is the name up here, but it's Nicho.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear the animals from where you're at?
I mean, when the wind blows, you can smell the farm.
I was referring to the Henry Dorley Zoo.
I am 10 minutes from the zoo.
Nice.
That's why I was asking.
And I don't hear them with the highway and everything, but
valid.
We do occasionally get a rogue peacock or parrot that fly out.
Oh yeah, never a peahen. It's always the peacocks. You got to go search for more territory.
I didn't know they flew for a long time, and they get a uphill good enough, they will glide down and make their way up over a fence.
Lord.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Symone, where can we track you down at?
I have got a Facebook that has WillowTree readings in it.
Okay.
That's about it.
All right, so no physical locations. That's very, very wise and very smart. Excellent. So, anyway, all right, folks. With that being said, stay safe out there. You know, weather's being a jerk right now, so we are going to go ahead and call it a night. And so,
night.
Is there anything, any small piece of advice from? We'll start with Nico. Small piece of advice that you want to give before we head out.
Back to school and things like that.
Where
project.
If you're working with saints, Saint Rita of Cassia or Saint John Belisco are both protectors of children. So those would be good saints to call or pray for.
Okay. Gypsy, any pikeys?
One advice I can actually give, I think we went over a lot, is always tell your kids you love them every morning. Hug them. Tell them to have a positive day. And tell them to be kind to everybody. That's it.
Hey, Symone, quick question.
Yep.
Are you going to be in the September fair? Yay, nay?
That's right. Let's put her on the spot while everybody's watching.
Okay, cool.
No, because that's the that was supposed to
other
be
fair
2-day, I think.
Yeah, it's our 2-day shop one. It was going to be the 3-day big one, but everybody else was pre-scheduled. So
yeah. So I when I found out it was the other one was canceled, I didn't realize you guys were doing a 2-day one. Yeah, so I went ahead and booked myself at another vendor show that day. Or those.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Simply because I got a schedule.
Oh, that's right. She's going to Mystic Fest in Omaha.
Boss.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right.
And then I won't be vending at Mystic Fest, but I'll be teaching a class in Omaha the following weekend after Mystic Fest on folk magic.
Yay!
All right, I'm not sure what you said, but for some reason I heard foot magic.
Folk magic.
Dear God. Foot magic is its own category. That's his other channel that he makes money off of. Anyway.
And my wife yelling in my ear really helps the hilarity level when I do hear.
Nico, quick question. This Tuesday coming, would you be willing to do a Tuesday night talk on land spirits and working with them?
This coming Tuesday, I cannot. I have a funeral.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Seriously. My uncle-in-law passed away, and they're finally having the service on Tuesday.
Okay. Well, definitely peace be with you on that one.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good night.
Good night.